Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Okay, I'm really psyched for this adoption event this afternoon at Annapolis Subaru with the SPCA. Come on out from noon to 2. You can see some adorable pups and some cats and kittens, and maybe even put in an application. If you want, maybe jump on our Canines and Crosstreks recording. Again, noon to 2 at 149 Old Solomons Island Road. That's Annapolis Subaru. But right now, we do have some local news, so shall we? Here's a heads up for a long-term construction project. Construction does begin tonight at the intersection of Maryland 665 and Chinkapin Round Road in Annapolis. It's part of a long-term project aimed at improving the traffic flow, and the project will involve lane closures, shifting traffic patterns, other disruptions over several months. Drivers are encouraged to plan ahead for delays and use alternate routes where possible. Yeah, right. Like at that intersection, there are alternate routes, but the work will mostly be done at night, so that's a good thing. But the project is expected to continue into mid-December, and obviously that's weather permitting. The Budweiser Clydesdales will once again lead the annual Military Bowl Parade in Annapolis this December, thanks to the generosity of Katzef Brothers. The world-famous horses, known for their iconic appearances across the U.S., will head up the parade on December 28th, beginning at 2 p.m. from City Dock and moving through downtown. Spectators can enjoy the free event, which does precede the 2024 Military Bowl, which is set to kick off at 5:45 p.m. at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. It's a little bit later than they usually do it. This year's parade will feature Medal of Honor recipients, as always, military marching bands, college marching bands, youth organizations, and it really does promise to be an amazing prelude to the game. This Saturday, Annapolis is going to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the burning of the Peggy Stewart, which was a significant event in pre-Revolutionary War protests. A series of educational events, including reenactments and exhibits, will highlight the symbolism of the act in which an Annapolis merchant ship was set ablaze after refusing to return a cargo of tea that violated the 1774 British Tea Act. The event is often compared to the Boston Tea Party and marks a pivotal moment in America's revolutionary history. And at night, they have a fantastic drone display planned over Annapolis Harbor. You can get most of the information at annapolis.org. Meanwhile, over in D.C., 2 giant pandas are on their way back what I would call home in Washington, D.C. It's part of the National Zoo's ongoing efforts in wildlife conservation, and these pandas are now in D.C., and they're going to become part of the zoo's renowned panda exhibit, which has been a visitor favorite for years. The public will soon have a chance to see the pandas up close as the zoo prepares for their official debut, but it's going to take a few months to get them quarantined and also acclimated to their new surroundings. You gotta love panda diplomacy. With the holidays fast approaching, I want to remind you once again about Chef Big Money's pies. From classic apple to pecan to sweet potato or my favorite cherry, these pies are, well, they're just the best. You can catch Money at the Riva Road Farmers Market on Saturday mornings, or you can order by text or on his Facebook page. So if you get on Facebook, look up Chef Big Money, and I'll tell you, you will not be disappointed. Up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we're going to be chatting with Hillary Harp Falk, who is the executive director of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. And that was really a fun conversation, obviously in one of the most beautiful locations in Annapolis. That's going to drop at noon on Saturday. And by now, you do know the drill. Please let your friends, neighbors, and colleagues all know about our daily news recap email. It's free. It comes to your inbox every night at 7 p.m. and it's going to keep you up to speed on all of the top local news stories that you need to know. Plus, it's paywall free. Alrighty, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Mac Medics, and Fish for a Cure. So now you need to hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with the only locally forecasted weather report you should care about. And Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, is here with Annapolis After Dark. Anyhow, all that's coming up for you in just a bit, so stick around.
Fish for a day, party for a night, all for a great cause. Don't miss Fish for a Cure's 18th annual fishing tournament and shore party, Saturday, November 9th at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Register to fish and raise funds for the Cancer Survivorship Program at Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. All funds raised directly benefit cancer patients and their families. Register your boat or get your shore party ticket for fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, October 16th. Chilly temperatures out there definitely have us knowing it's fall time in the Annapolis region with 30s and 40s in the AM hours, followed by 50s and 60s in the PM, but conditions will warm once again with a return of 70s this weekend into next week. Look for highs today in the 56 to 64 degree range across all of Anne Arundel County with more 30s and 40s expected the next two mornings as temps climb up into the low 60s for afternoon highs tomorrow, followed by upper 60s to maybe low 70s on Friday. As for the weekend, AM lows will be in the 40s both days, with PM highs around 70 degrees Saturday and in the low to mid 70s on Sunday with sunshine, and 70s likely staying in place through at least Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, October 16th through Sunday, October 20th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also all three websites for the full schedule. We update the Facebook posts and all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. Guava Jelly performs at the Mall on Wednesday mornings now. Check the new Annapolis Mall website for dates. Music for tonight. Enjoy Happy Hour with Michael Waskey at Middleton Tavern. Go to the Eastport Democratic Club, known as the EDC and the MRE, for Scribe. But you must be a member or a guest of a member to attend. Brant Austin Dunn will be at Reynolds Tavern. Michael Kay of Pretty Big Deal will be at Dark Horse. Pete Best of Peterbilt will be down at Pirates Cove in Galesville. Rich Muscari will be up at Galliano's in the Waugh Chapel in Gambrels. Up in the Dina, Saxy Shrimp Night, which is old Rusty Sachs, known as Rusty Hinshaw and Jay Cleaver, at the Pit Stop Pub in Pasadena. Thursday, Tim and Katie will be at O'Loughlin's in Arnold. The Langers Ball is back in town, and they will be at Brian Baru up in Severna Park. That'll be a good one to catch. Brant Austin Dunn will be at the Farmhouse in Gambrels. And up in the Dina, Miggs Country Music will be at Primo Pasta. And Michael Waskey will be at the Rumor Meal in Pasadena. Under my other things to do on Thursday, which is always listed at the bottom of each day, Open Mic Night, hosted by George Evans at Severna Park Tap House. Weekend music. The Bards will be playing the Renfest closing weekend. They will be at the Boar's Head Tavern both Saturday and Sunday. I plan to catch up with them on Saturday, so be sure to watch BeeprBuzz on Facebook for a live video. Friday, start with happy hour with Dana B at Blackwall Hitch, or with Chris Sachs at Ram's Head Tavern, both in Annapolis, or with JC of J Paris for happy hour at Twain's Tavern in the Pasadena Severna Park area. Angie Miller and Meg Murray will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. Tomcat Duo will be back at the Green Turtle in Edgewater. That's always a fun night. Rich Mascari will be at Langways in the Crofton area. And SVV Duo will be at Perry's up in Odenton. Up in the Dina, Red Betty and the Ruckus will be at Rumor Real. And Miggs Country Music will be at The Office, both in Pasadena. Saturday, start with brunch at Bread and Butter Kitchen in Eastport with Michael K. of Pretty Big Deal. There's a pretty cool event in Annapolis hosted by Brett Bueller and the Hollow Truce on Saturday for the pure skateboarding crowd. It's a backyard mini ramp party with live music and even a best trick contest. Also on Saturday, Ginger and the Other Dave will be at Gary's Grill up in Severna Park. In downtown Annapolis, in Market Space, Stan Graham will be playing outside of Federal House. The West Street Revival Band will be at Blackwall Hitch. Michael McHenry Tribe will be at Middleton Tavern downstairs. Higher Hands will be at San Jose on West Street. Rick Farrell and the Borrowed Stars will be at Annapolis Smokehouse. This should be pretty cool since they don't usually have music on Saturdays. And just down the road on Saturday night, Dark Horse will have music with the Grilled Lincolns. Also on Saturday, Meerkat Nation will be rocking Green Turtle in Edgewater. Highland Brothers will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville. And just next door, Joe Hickey will be at Santa Joe's Riverside, also in Galesville. The National Bohemians will be at Brian Baru in Severna Park. Up in the Dina, Michael Major of Major Company will be playing Pit Stop Pub in Pasadena. And over on the shore, Joey Fitz will be at the Island Pub. Sunday, start with brunch with Brody Keene up at the Rumor Real. In Annapolis, Richard Hayward will be playing Galway Bay in the afternoon for the Street Festival. At Mother's in Arnold, Oktoberfest with Pressing Strings, Lowercase Blues, Sweet Lita, and the Dave Teef Experiment. Tickets are on sale and can be purchased from the Facebook event. Event lasts all day from 1-ish to 10-ish. Also on Sunday, Sparks and McCoy will be playing the Homestead Gardens Fall Fest in Davidsonville. Joey Fitz will be down at Santa Joe's Riverside in Galesville. Heartwood will be playing Manor Hill Brewing in Ellicott City. And end the weekend with West Street Revival Band at Stan & Joe's on West Street. This time the theme is going to be Autumn and Halloween. Costumes are optional. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the websites to the homepage on your cell phone to make them an app. Then it's just 2 clicks to the music anytime. I'll see you out there.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues. This is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at EyeOnAnnapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.